I'm Kristie, this is my husband Shaun. We started the Magic Basket last year. It was when our eldest actually got diagnosed with having intolerances to gluten and eggs and peanuts. So not knowing how bad that can be and knowing she can eventually grow out of it, that's what happens to a lot of children. But I just had a bit of a breakdown, so it was just before my third birthday, and I was like, oh, she's just going to get a beige box at any party she goes to. We had people here, what we'd done, everyone was like, this is amazing. It's like, he's the chef, but I obviously I'm the faffer. So like making foxes' faces with olives and things like that, and like snails but with fruits and vegetables. It works quite well. So that was the intention when we started, but then like a year later, we do mainly like vegan, gluten-free at our markets. We do a lot of catering, a lot of corporate events. If anything, that's it. To make it inclusive for people who find it difficult.
Like the why of it is sort of why we do it is sort of so people can eat. If you've got an egg allergy, you're going to find it difficult to eat out in certain places because the products are bought in and they're just reheated there. So we can provide meals for people, or even just like sweet treats or savoury things that are eggless and dairyless. So if you've got allergies for those two things, as well as the gluten as well, then it's that's the sort of.
Yeah, but even like when we've done like children's school or something.
Yeah.
Like, all my friends can eat my food and they like it. Everyone can eat this food. All of our markets are always vegan and gluten free, and we'll get, say if you're vegan or if you just I can't eat dairy or something, they just see that sign and see safe for them. But then when obviously they'll say, oh, it's all gluten free, so everyone's usually at first a little bit like thinking gluten free. If they don't come back to tell us, they'll usually DM and say, if you want at home that was gluten free, I wouldn't know. And that's especially for celiacs, like that's pretty wrong. We do regular Beverley market every Saturday, Cottingham market every other week, and there's a market that goes on in Walkington, second Friday of the month that we do. But we've done like good things a couple of times.
Some of the bigger events like Cottingham Day we did recently.
Yeah.
We did Fair Street Food Nights.
We're hoping to
we're probably going to do one in September. They're busy events, and it's sort of not a lot there that is like vegan or gluten free. There's a couple of vegan options, but they'll have gluten, but they won't be gluten free. So it's sort of like we sort of provide the sort of things that you get from those vendors, but in a gluten free, vegan way really. I mean, we eventually would like to do sort of hot food there, like food to sort of eat there and then, basically like the vans do and all that sort of thing. But it's just sort of getting
at the minute we'll just grab and go.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, it is like. But yeah, that's sort of where we're at. Those events are really good for marketing. Like the pitch fees can cost quite a lot of money, but you possibly find that putting that much money into social media, for example, before you won't get as much exposure and the amount of people left there. I don't know how many people were up.
Quite popular.
Yeah, they are very popular. Yeah, like Cottingham Day, they said there's like
20,000.
Yeah, 20,000 people there,
Something like that,
which is pretty crazy. And you've only got close the roads up, so you've only got so many ways to walk in. So you would have walked past it, or would have walked past a lot of the other businesses as well. So
there's another one coming up. Ruff's started. Lady who runs Blackers. She's done a couple of like family fun days. We've not been to or like marketed or anything like that. But got in touch through my cousin who's got like a business. And she's wanting to do a street food. So she's got in touch with us and I've been like, helping her, saying like, what do you need? And like people like that we know from markets that we can help you out with. So yeah, that's all.
And that's in Ross?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah. When we started at when we did what we do now at Craft and Flea. That May or June, something like that one. Yeah, and we just did like 2 of those, and I feel like if we'd have got on markets quicker, know what I mean? Like these regular markets, these busy markets, done that quicker and more regular, I think we'd be in a better position than what we are now.
Maybe, yeah.
But people are starting to know us, ask about us. I mean, we had someone the other week like, are you at Beverley Market during the week? Because I'm coming from Leeds and I'm visiting and I really need some of your food. And you're thinking, oh, sorry, no, it just happens on a Saturday. With Gemma, she's good for networking. She's ever so good.
Yeah, I think on the whole, it's quite good. A few years ago, 10 years ago, so it was very like cutthroat. Like no one really praised anyone. Like everyone was just like, especially in the catering field, like food field, everyone was like, oh well, I'll just copy what they're doing because they're successful. Whereas now it's like you've got people like Anti-Sortie, like Social Distortion, Flower and Feast, all those sort of half. They're all like really good, like really like top quality places, and they're all kind of praising each other like really well. Like all the guys in Paragon Arcade are all about like that community, and it's that sort of what it needs to be. Like people need to appreciate like other people's food, what they're doing. I think the easiest one to struggle with is advertising. You're so like, it's so difficult like to judge how much money to put into social media, because unfortunately that is the way. Like we've done leaflet drops before, have leaflets and things like that and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's the biggest struggle, and I think that's the biggest struggle for any small business who's just starting, because when we started. We wanted that sort of like initial like stupid thing we get it. That initial sort of like boom, like loads of people are going to book us. We're going to be inundated because we're new and we're doing this. And you just don't get that.
People don't hear you. People now are going, oh, I've never heard of you.
And it's like we have paid for advertising on there, but as soon as you don't pay for advertising, that's it. You just kind of.
It'd be really nice if you had like Hallmark or something that does. That's what they mainly do. They do advertising, but if they did like a cut rate for small businesses, or you've only been going less than 3 years, and we can give you a small pick. It'd be really nice because it's like you're just relying on. And when you're looking for Hallmark, the majority is just the same ones. And it's like. Not, and a lot of it's Beverley as well, but if you was able to get some sort of good advertising that's in with the masses, and even if they said, oh, we do max 6 a month or whatever, like if they could just figure something out where it's like they needed a campaign for it, like we just wanting to help small businesses. I mean, we've not long had a van, and the van only does FM radio, so I just listen to Viking. And then I'll hear like adverts on there. I'm like, should we look at doing an advert on there? But then I won't even know where you start, how much it is.
There's an advert. There's an advert advertising how to advertise on there.
I read it. I heard that last week actually.
I think it's good, to be honest. A lot of people listen to Viking by default, don't they? It's been on for so long now. I don't think it's owned by the same company, but I think that's one of the biggest challenges. Sort of getting your name out there, get it in it. Like I said about Beverley and this like that. Like some of these events are a lot of money, like the big ones we do, and they are good for advertising. You do pick up a bit of work from them, really. But it's that. I think the time to like go and visit people and say, look, we've got this option. We can do buffets for your office meetings or whatever like that. It's that sort of time to do that as well, which is maybe we employed some people.
I
went and did that ourselves.
I joke from like when I owned a salon, and I would say like, if I could just split myself into 8, it'd be great. Yeah. And it's like that now. It's like if I just had the time to be able to do this and do that, and it's like
put all your effort.
But then it's like another thing of if you do too much and you feel like you're spreading yourself too thin, and it's just hard to juggle.
Supporting local business or independent business is kind of avoiding that world where it is just literally everything's Tesco or everything's Amazon. It's like people think Amazon's great. It's like no, it's the destruction of retail. Is what it is essentially. It's
very rare we'll get anything on Amazon.
We try not to. And it's like and even big like out of town shopping complexes. White Frigate's a prime example of this. Whiteforgate could be filled with independent
Could be
traders.
amazing.
It could be amazing. It could be an extension of Trinity. There's plenty of people who want to do it. The waiting list for Paragon Arcade is like 3 years long or something apparently, because there's never an empty unit in there. You think if they did that down Whiteforgate, I know it's been talked about for years, but if the council did something about those empty properties, that could be amazing, and that would be, Hull could lead the way in that, like independent. Because other cities have got like a Trinity Market type thing, but obviously it's a small city. There is plenty of independent traders who want to do it. I mean, like I know Hammond's tried it, but their business model wasn't quite right for everyone.
That wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a shame. What they were trying to, they were charging too much. So you went in there.
It was very like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't easy for people either, because again,
made it
you're
very
saying about
difficult.
other cities would maybe have got it, but
Yeah,
then you come here and it's like, where do I get a drink
Where do I
from?
buy
Where do I
this
order
from?
that
Yeah,
from? And
yeah.
it was too complicated
Yeah.
for people.
Like the concession was really high, so it was like 35% concession to the traders in there. So obviously everyone's prices have got to go up because you've got to cover that 35% concession
Yeah.
that you're paying to House Hammond. And it's like it's not. I don't know what.
They didn't have like a leeway of like, oh, for the first 6 months,
Yeah,
only
I'm not
15%
quite sure.
or what have you. Like,
Yeah,
and it should have been done.
I'm not sure how Trinity works. I assume it might be something similar. It might not be. Or it might just be literally this is your rent and this is what you pay. But then, again, I think that waiting list is quite long. It's difficult. They want traders in there who are independent and really good. Like you've got to do mood boards and
even
all
like
sorts to be
Princess
in there.
Cape, it's a ghost town. I parked in there yesterday. Do you know what? I even told you what I couldn't believe. Do you know up from Primark? Do you know the paper shop? Sells sweets. It's small.
Yeah.
Been there since probably before we were
Yeah, I know what
born.
you mean. Yeah.
Closed.
Right.
Yeah, shutters were down.
Yeah.
Didn't say closed, but I'm guessing I've never seen the shutters
No, I
down.
haven't even that. Wow.
So you just think, and it was just closed after closed after closed. Like
Yeah,
you
just
just.
keeps getting.
It's a bit much.
If
yeah.
it wasn't for
St.
Primark and View,
Yeah, that's it.
if it wasn't for Primark and View, there, I
Yeah.
feel like it just wouldn't be there. I
Yeah.
honestly think like that. When we were able to cater for that 6-year-old or the senior,
Oh, yeah.
like, it was that. Like it was like better than Christmas for her. Do you know what I mean? Like she wrote us a thank you card. It was,
she
oh,
did,
it was just,
yeah.
it was so sweet. And I think like more of that. When you speak to people, and if it was their child, usually it's my child can't have gluten or a celiac or whatever, so I need everything to be gluten celiac. I don't want, because they know what their child had to go through. We can do that. Or if it's I've got family members or my kids' friends have got this and this, we can do separate boxes, we can do a separate area, we can do whatever is needed. And it's that flexibility where, like, again, we can go back to it's inclusive. We can do whatever you need us to do.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
And that, I think, it feels like an achievement that we're able to do, because people are like, really? And then even when it comes to a regular buffet, what have you, and obviously I'm writing the cards, and I don't know if it was when you dropped it off for me, and it was a regular quiche. I didn't ask for it to be gluten free. No, we just used the gluten free pastry. Like that, we just make it like that. And then they'll be like, that was amazing. I didn't even know like gluten free pastry could taste that nice. You know, and it's that. Yeah, I suppose in that way it's like sort of forced upon. Like, better bit nice because I didn't order that. But we know it is, and it's that just have it. But we don't. There's just no point in using any other pastry because this is just as nice. So why go putting other things into the mix? We just don't need to. But for me, the strive would be whether it's getting us into eateries, like when Shaun said we can sort of make meals, and that's like going to be celiac friendly, you know, and somebody, the doors you can open up for a celiac family, and it's hereditary. So you usually find it's like a mother and daughter that'll come to our stall, and they'll get like 2 of them or 4 of them, and I've had people break down. Oh, so many times, but 2 in particular stand out, and I think they were Craft and Fleas. And it was like, right, what's gluten free? And they're really like, oh, I think I can eat something from here. And then when you go, everything. This first time it happened, and I thought she'd been given bad news. And I was like, oh, God, do you want a napkin or something? And I'm like, are you all right? She's like, no. And she could not speak. I've never been able to say, can I have one of everything, but can I? And she's like, I've never even tried that, but because I can have it. And when you just see, you know, we all eat and we all need to eat. And when you'll get somebody who'll only be able to make what they're capable of making at home in their own kitchen, and then they're like, wow, I had this since I was a kid, or it really makes it where, like I say, it's like we're in the right place. I'd say that is the biggest achievement.
Yeah.
People going, I can eat,
Yeah,
and it's nice.
And they can actually enjoy it.
It's not weird.
Yeah.